Hello and welcome to my Project Astute channel. You've just been appointed a project manager, or you've been assigned to be a project manager, and you're wondering, how am I going to set up a project execution office? Don't worry, this video is going to cover exactly what you need to set up a project office from start up to the end, and the associated reasons why you have to set up the project office like that. In this video, I'm going to take you through the process of setting up a project execution office that is going to help you to deliver the project successfully. So let's get started. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Oscar Mbira. I'm a certified program and project manager. This is the channel I help aspiring project managers as well as practicing project managers to succeed. So if you're a project manager, you are a project lead, you're a business owner, you're a product owner, this video is for you. So the other day, I was just sitting on this couch, and one of my friends, he called me. He said, Oscar, you know what? I said, tell me. I've just been appointed a project manager. And I said, wow, congratulations. How can I help? Then he said, Oscar, you have been in project management for more than 2 decades. And this is my first time to be appointed as a project manager. Where do I start from? Especially on setting up the project structure, the project office, and so on and so forth. I said, no, there's no big problem. Let's meet for a coffee somewhere in town, and then let's have a discussion on exactly what you want to do. As a friend, I'll help you on this. So based on this request from my friend, and also after meeting my friend, after going through the challenges he was facing, I said no. There could be a number of either aspiring project managers, team leads, or even practicing project managers who are also not very familiar in terms of setting up a project delivery office. Not a PMO, which is project management office. I'm talking about project delivery office, which means you have been appointed as a project manager to lead a project team. Probably they're being moved from head office to another office. And as you are transitioning from head office to another office to deliver the project, there are special considerations that you have to make before you move there. That is in terms of how to set it up. Okay, so let's get into the details, okay, of setting up the project office. So the first thing that you have to do is to structure your project into specific work streams. What do I mean by work stream? A work stream is just a unity which is responsible to deliver a very specific specialized delivery or very specific project activities. I can give you 2 examples from 2 industries. The first one is from construction. You might have one work stream that is specific to roofing, okay? Assume you're just constructing a simple building, and then you can have one work stream, another one, which is specific for plumbing, or maybe you can have another one which is specific for electricals. So those are simple examples I'm giving for construction on how to create a work stream. Another one is from the software industry. You can also have a development work stream. You can also have a testing work stream. You can also have even a deployment work stream, or you can also have a quality assurance work stream. So the purpose of having these work streams in a project is to make sure that you appoint work stream leads for each and every work stream. These work stream leads, they could be from internal, which means from yourself as a project manager, whatever entity or organization you're representing. It can also be from vendors. It can also be from contractors. So at the end of the day, they are one unit, but with different representations, which means a contractor, which means a vendor, and also the internal project owners, which you represent as a project manager. So once you have these work streams defined, you have appointed work stream leaders. So for you to go back to the setup of your project office, what is very important is for you to be able to align or to make the work stream leads, the work stream team, and any dependent work streams to sit together. The advantage of doing this is, assuming your project office has got 3 or 4 floors. I've seen some projects where we had more than 300 participants. We had more than 300 members in the project, and therefore 1 floor was not enough. So we had to utilize 3 floors. So you don't want your team members to just sit haphazardly. You want them to be sitting in an organized way. So you take a specific work stream, you look at the dependent work streams, you put them in 1 floor or 1 area, they sit together. Then you take the other one, for example, if it's the next floor, or it's the 3rd floor, or the next one like that. That improves efficiency, communication, and also even the overall success of the project. I hope you have enjoyed the video so far. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to click the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button, so that you are the first person to be notified each time a new video is uploaded on this channel. This will also help the channel to grow, and also to produce more videos like this one. So once that is done, a project office must also have the following. The first one, you must have a kitchen. There's no way you can set up a project delivery office without kitchen. Members and even yourself as a project manager, you would like to have tea, for example, you would like to have coffee, for example, or just warm water, or even just cold water. So you do not want people to be doing that on their workstations. Okay, so you have a specialized room, which we're calling a kitchen, where anyone who wants to cook anything, anyone who wants to prepare anything, anyone who wants to use a microwave or to warm any food, they use that one. So that is a very critical component of a project office setup. You must have a kitchen, which is going to be used by the project members throughout the project. And you should also have someone who is responsible for maintaining that kitchen, in terms of cleaning it up, making sure that all the utensils are okay. The second part is the meeting rooms. Nowadays, we have gone past this stage of having closed office. In most organizations or business entities, you have an open office. So this is an example of an open office where people could sit and then work together. So you also need an area. You also need an area or a small room where people can have meetings with little disturbances. You do not want people to sit somewhere where it's noisy. Always have a meeting room where people can leave their workstations, go and sit, discuss project issues, agree or brainstorm, or make it a war room for the project. That is very important and very critical for the project. So always have a meeting room for the project. It could be small, it could be big or medium sized, but at least you should have one. In my experience, I normally have 3 offices, minimum. Small one where maybe seniors can meet, maybe 2, 3, 4 people. Then I've got a medium one where a number of workstream leads can also meet. And then I would also encourage a bigger one. A bigger one is also very important, especially when you want to address the bigger audience of the project, or sometimes there's some short courses, or maybe walkthrough or some training that you want to take through the project members. Then you can put them in a big office like this one, and then you start it from there. Then in terms of the second component that you should have the cafeteria part. The purpose of the cafeteria part is for people to have lunch, breakfast, dinner, whatever. From my experience, it's something that is not very easy to allow people to be going very far to look for food. So what I normally encourage is, as a project manager, try to have a budget for the project, especially for lunch, so that you make lunch 1 hour, not 2 hours or 3 hours. Because if people are going out, they have to wait for the food to be prepared. They have to wait for the food to be prepared. They eat the food and then they have to come back to office. In my experience, I've seen that normally consumes a lot of time, and it can even exceed 1 hour. So my guidance or my advice is try as much as possible to budget for that. Unless if it's something that has got constraints in terms of the budget, then that's a different story. But if you can create a cafeteria room where people can go and sit, create an eating space where people can go and eat, and then they come back to their workstation. That is very important. Obviously, there are certain components you need to include in your offices. These days, for example, you might need a big screen in case you're having online calls using, for example, Teams or even Zoom. So like this one, it becomes very easy. Like this one, it becomes very easy for the members to follow the meeting in a bigger room, or also try to use the whiteboard it could be a software whiteboard, or maybe it could be the paper whiteboard. That is also very, very important. If you want me to create additional videos based on what I've explained in this video, or if you have got any specific clarifications that you might need from this video, let me know in the comment section below.